I still remember that exact second when everything in my life quietly broke. But I didn't realize it yet. The music was loud. The lights were warm. People were smiling, laughing, congratulating me, as if this was the happiest night of my life, my engagement party. But then I saw her, Olivia, my fiancée, in the arms of my cousin Ethan, dancing. At first, I told myself it was normal, just a family dance, just a moment. But then I looked closer. The way she was smiling at him wasn't normal, and the way he was holding her wasn't innocent. Something in my chest tightened instantly, like my body already knew before my mind did. This was wrong. I took one step forward, then another. The music faded in my ears. People around me disappeared, and all I could see was them, together. Too close, too comfortable. My hand slowly reached for my phone. I didn't even know what I wanted to do. Record it? Stop it? End everything. I had spent 4 years with Olivia, 4 years of trust, 4 years of building a future. And now, this, right here. At my engagement party, my breathing got heavier. Marcus, my best friend, noticed me. "Bro, you okay?" he whispered. I didn't answer, because if I opened my mouth, I knew something inside me would explode. Then suddenly, Ethan looked up and saw me. His expression changed instantly. The smile disappeared, like someone had just pulled him out of a secret world. Olivia followed his gaze and froze. The dance stopped, completely. Like the world itself had paused. I walked toward them, slow, controlled. But inside, I was shaking. People started noticing. Whispers spread. "Is everything okay? What's happening?" I stopped in front of them. My voice came out low. "What the hell is going on?" Olivia immediately stepped back. "Daniel, it's not what you think." That sentence, that same sentence people always use when they are about to destroy your life. I laughed once cold. "Then explain what I'm seeing." Silence. Ethan stepped forward slightly. "Daniel, calm down." That made me snap. Don't tell me to calm down in my own engagement party. Now people were fully watching. My mother stood up from her chair, confused. My aunt stopped talking. Everything was falling apart publicly. Olivia whispered, "Can we talk privately?" "No," I said immediately. "No more secrets. Not tonight." I reached into my pocket and pulled out the engagement ring box. My hands were shaking. This was supposed to mean forever. Olivia's eyes filled with tears. "Daniel, please." "Please what?" I cut her off. "Please don't notice my fiancé dancing with my cousin like I'm blind." Silence again. Then Ethan spoke, and everything changed. "Before you destroy everything, you need to know the truth about your father." The world stopped. My father, dead 2 years, heart attack, clean. So why was his name here? I stared at him. "What did you just say?" Ethan didn't answer immediately. That pause felt dangerous. Olivia looked terrified, and that terrified me more than anything. Finally, Ethan said, "You don't know the full truth about your family." My hands tightened. "My father is dead." Ethan nodded slowly. "And that's exactly why you need to hear this." He pulled out an old envelope, yellowed, worn, my father's handwriting on it. My stomach dropped instantly. 4 words were written on it. "For both my sons." My voice shook. "What does that mean?" Ethan swallowed hard. "Open it." I hesitated. Every instinct told me to throw it away, but I didn't. I opened it. Inside was a letter, and the first line broke something inside me. "I am sorry I never told you about your brother." My heart stopped. I looked up slowly. "What brother?" Ethan didn't speak. He just looked down. And that silence was the answer. Olivia whispered, "I didn't want you to find out like this." I turned to her. "You knew?" She nodded. That moment hurt more than anything else. Not betrayal, but how long they all kept me in the dark. I stepped back so slowly, like reality was collapsing. And then, Ethan finally said the words I was never prepared for. "I am your brother." The envelopes slipped from my hand. Everything went silent again. And then, from inside the house, a loud crash of glass echoed, and someone screamed my name. I turned around slowly and saw a shadow standing near the trees, watching us, waiting. And in that moment, I realized this engagement wasn't ending. It was just beginning. The moment I turned around, my entire life felt like it had entered a different reality. A man was standing near the edge of the garden lights, still, silent, watching. Like he had been there the whole time, waiting for exactly this moment. My heartbeat slowed. Not because I was calm, but because something inside me told me this wasn't over. Ethan grabbed my arm immediately. "Daniel, we need to leave, now." But I couldn't move. My eyes were locked on that shadow. Because for the first time, I wasn't just confused. I was being watched by someone who knew something I didn't. And then, everything started falling apart at once. Guests screamed inside the house. Someone shouted there was broken glass near the kitchen. Security lights flickered. The perfect engagement night had turned into chaos. But none of it mattered anymore, because I still had one question burning inside me. "What did you mean?" "You're my brother." Ethan looked down. His voice shook. I didn't want it to come out like this. Olivia stepped closer, crying silently. "Daniel, please just listen to him." I laughed bitterly. Everyone keeps asking me to listen, but no one asked me if I was ready to have my entire life destroyed. Silence. Ethan finally spoke again. My mother told me everything before she died. He swallowed hard. She had a relationship with your father. Before your parents were together, my chest tightened. And he looked at me directly. You and I, we share the same father. The world tilted again, but this time, I didn't shout. I didn't deny it. I just stood there because part of me already knew something was wrong for years. The similarities, the distance my father kept from Ethan, the way my father's expression used to change when Ethan was mentioned. I always ignored it. But now, everything was connecting, I whispered. So my father had a second family? Ethan nodded slowly. Yes, a long silence fell between us. Then I looked at Olivia. And you? Where do you fit in all of this? She wiped her tears. I met Ethan months ago when he started investigating your father's company. That word hit again. Company. Ethan stepped forward. That's where this goes deeper than family. He pulled out his phone again, this time showing me hidden financial records. This isn't just about relationships, Daniel. It's about corruption. My eyes scanned the screen. Bank transfers, shell companies, fake project names, all linked to my father's construction empire. No, I whispered. My father built that company from nothing. Ethan shook his head. He built it, but someone else took control of it from inside. My breathing got heavier. Who? Ethan hesitated, then said, the board members your father trusted most. My mind went blank. Olivia stepped closer. When your father died, everything moved too fast. No proper investigation. No resistance. Almost like someone was waiting for him to disappear. My voice broke. You're saying my father was killed? Silence. That silence answered everything. My knees felt weak. I grabbed the chair beside me just to stay standing. Memories of my father hit me like waves. His last phone call, his tired voice, the way he said, I don't trust everyone around me anymore. I never understood it then. Now it felt like a warning. Ethan stepped closer. There's more. I laughed weakly. Of course there is, he continued. We found proof that his death wasn't natural. My stomach dropped. A medical report was altered, Olivia added softly. And someone inside the hospital was paid to rush the case. Everything inside me broke at once. My father didn't just die. He was removed, quietly, systematically, and I had never questioned it, because I trusted the world he built. Ethan looked at me carefully. That envelope wasn't just about us. He paused. It was your father's final warning. I slowly opened the letter again, my hands shaking more than ever. The final lines made my blood run cold. If you are reading this, it means I failed to protect both of my sons, and the truth is now in your hands. Both of my sons. I looked at Ethan, then back at the letter, and suddenly, it didn't feel like betrayal anymore. It felt like inheritance, not of wealth, but of truth. Then my phone vibrated again, unknown number. I opened it. One line, stop digging, you already lost your father. My eyes slowly lifted, and as I saw him again, the man from the shadows. But now he was closer, standing just beyond the lights, watching me like he knew everything. Ethan stepped in front of me instantly. Daniel, this is the part where you either run, he paused, or you finally face what your father left behind. I looked at the man, at the chaos behind me, at Olivia crying silently, at Ethan, my brother, standing in front of me like a shield I never knew I had. And for the first time that night, I understood something very clearly. This was never just about betrayal. It was about truth, and truth always comes with a price. I took a deep breath and stepped forward, toward the man in the dark, toward everything I was never supposed to know. And whatever happened next, I knew one thing for sure. My old life was already gone, and the real story was only just beginning. If this story kept you hooked until the end, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another powerful story. And remember, sometimes the truth isn't what we expect, it's what we choose to believe before we have all the facts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next story.